Okay, I'm going to just do a quick little video here. My experiences with the Battlezone Town Center for Mars Attacks. Um, the frustrating thing with this setup is if you have the wrecked buildings, I guess the best way of putting it is, when I first got these sets, I thought, oh, I can mix and match them and it'll work just great. Well, because, look at this, see? Except technically this is upside down. Technically they have like a windowsill, and so it doesn't match, and it doesn't match the scale of the figures at all. I mean, look at how low, the character would be. It's like, just doesn't work at all. So what I actually did, I mean, the good news is you can put them upside down, and I don't think it's a huge thing. And now they're more realistic. And if you have them like that too, they do match. If you're not concerned about, it does match then the broken windows. So that's what I did. So my objective was, I didn't really want, I know you can buy a lot of completed buildings. The Mazur terrain, I wanted to build something that was mixing the, complete walls with wreckage. And the whole idea was to get something that I guess visually is interesting and also will apply to the game. And this is what I came up with. I do have some other modular elements to it, in the sense that I realized I can, do sections like this and, make it, do little sections. I can go inside here. I could go here. I mean, actually, could put any number of pieces. Some of them would just like slide right in, if I want to make it a little bit different. And I mean, that's the good news. I don't think I'm going to glue everything down. So this is still modular without being, something that you have to put a bunch of clips in. Just the clips, by the way, are a pain to glue in. They are just a huge pain to glue in, because to really work, they need to clip in. And you have to push them in hard. And when you're working with mono glue or super glue, that's no fun. But anyway, I went with having only a two-story building with just a hint of a third, because I figured most of my building pieces are just like, this big, and it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to have like this perfect, three-story building that's standing just fine when I have all, most of my sections are going to be smaller. So my whole thing I went with was a two-story building. And I don't know, I think this will actually give some possibilities of working, although I kind of regret in a way after building this huge thing. I don't know. I do kind of think, oh, maybe I should have made a third story piece, and I still have quite a few pieces left. So what I might do is I might build like a tall, like, where there's like almost like a tower, what's left of the building, basically, to get that height, just a little bit more visual interest. But I don't know. When all is said and done, I think this is okay, especially if I add a bunch of other walls. I mean, other wall sections can go in here. Like I said, I do think that works remarkably well. Just popping pieces in there, and you can change it up. I maybe should have made that a little bit bigger there. And of course, the whole thing too is, it's designed where you put the entire ceiling, the entire floor in, but then it's like, oh, well, how did they get, there's no stairs or anything. I don't know. I'm just OCD enough to be like, it doesn't make sense. So anyway, this is what I came up with for now. I know that fell down, but that's because I'm moving it around. Like I said, that does kind of impress me. See, that would be just like a little deck then, right? If they do this, it's like, oh, they got a deck. This apartment complex. I wonder how big I can go there. Yeah, like I actually can go pretty big, but then it looks weird over here. But I guess the point is, yeah, that's too big. The point is, it's actually, because of the little grooves that are in there, it's actually it's actually remarkably open. I have to shake it. Pieces actually fit in pretty well. See, so that's kind of handy to make this, especially because this is going to be such a central piece now in my game, just because it's so huge compared to everything else. It is going to be nice to be able to kind of, mix it up a little bit one way or another. And I don't know, I actually guess I do kind of like that. I think there's a lot of possibilities here. And there's possibilities down there too, although not as useful, because I do wish they had windows, that were cut out. I mean, I'm gonna have to basically make these all dirty so they you can't see through them, or not see through them. I'd rather have pieces where you could actually put figures through there and have them shooting through, but I'm just not that skilled at like cutting out plastic windows. But anyway, that's what I ended up with, and could have been better, could have been worse. Oh, one little tidbit is, if you're like me, and your little bag spills out like about 10 of these on the floor, make sure you pick them up so that when inevitably you're putting super glue on it or something and it falls on the floor, and you have like 20 seconds to find it before it's like part of your floor. um, you don't have to look through 20 little pieces or something. So that's one little tip, I guess. And well, that's it, I guess.